Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am back with another video. Okay, so we are going to be moving with our video. With our third chapter of Civics Class 6. What is government? So now, so here we are. So make sure you subscribe and also you like. Okay, but then before I start, I just want to let you know that unfortunately, like, my comments are disabled. Just 1 minute. Okay, so this is my video only, and as you can see, my comments are turned off. As I should see my video only, and my comments are turned off. So if you want to chat with me, okay, so now this is my channel, so you can immediately go to the discussion tab and you can chat with me right over here. As I just sent a message, hello, you can chat. If my comments are disabled over here, you can type whatever you want to talk or chat with me. Okay, now what is a government? We all know what is a government, right? But then let us look like more further in it. Okay, so now now take an imaginary country. Then after that you forget about now just forget about the prime minister, king, queen, president, or whatever the government or who rules the country. You just forget about those. Okay, you just forget about them. Now will the country be able to function properly? No, it won't be able to function properly. So in order so for a country to function properly, it should have a government. Okay, so so every country needs a government to make decisions and also get things done for means like for whatever problems, means like the poor, means like if you are in India, you might have seen beggars coming in your house asking for some food or something, right? The government sometimes also help them also by making some programs, and then after that it also also it and the roads and all which it is getting built, malls, schools, roads and all. Now it is because of the government itself. The government is only planning where to build, how to build, and also how to reduce the price of vegetables also, right? Most of you like potatoes, but then have you ever noticed if your favorite potatoes or your vegetables will get higher and you won't get it to eat, right? So this one, the government manages how to reduce the price of ways to increase supply of electricity, and places like railway stations, Supreme Court, etc. are a part of government. Okay, now levels of government. Now the government works for 3 different levels: local level, a village, locality or anything; then state level, which is like Haryana, Assam, Gujarat, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Goa, etc. and national level for the full country. Okay, now why do you think the government needs to make rules for everyone in the form of laws? The government needs to make rules for everyone in the form of laws because of the following reasons: to maintain peace, to provide equality and justice to all, to administer country efficiency. And the government also wants to give advantages to the people of the welfare measures to all without any discrimination. Now most of you know discrimination, like you have been reading in your first 2 chapters in your civics book, the social and political life book. That one you have already learnt about those and also learnt about them. Now let's move with the next slide. The types of government. So basically there are 3 types of government, but then in this class you will be learning only about 2 types of government, which is monarch and democracy. So the monarch is a sovereign head of state, especially a king, queen or emperor. For example, the Gulf region, okay, like Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Sultanate of Oman, United Arab Emirates, State of Qatar, etc. and all. Now democracy. So in this class we are going to be learning further into democracy. The democracy. So the government where the people gives power to the government is called a democracy, and it is held by elections. Oops, just made a mistake. Not election. Okay, so I just had a slight mistake, and so I just corrected it. And so now it is done by elections through vote, and once the particular person is elected, the person has to is the leader for the entire country or the state or whatever. Now next, democracies. So now India is a democracy which was achieved after a very, very long struggle. I mean, it wasn't that so much easy. I mean, like the people just asked like any other democracy. No, it wasn't like that. It was a very long struggle. So democracy, in a sense, is a rule by people. So now most of you know that that Bihar election was held, and then now Kerala elections are also going on, and nowadays vote is called universal adult franchise, which means only adult can vote. But before independence, only rich men were allowed to vote, not women, poor, honesty people, and all. So in Lala Lajpat Rai's book Young India: An Interpretation and a History of the Nationalist Movement from Within. Okay, so don't get confused that the Young Indian book wasn't by Gandhiji. It was Lala Lajpat Rai's book only. So in that Lala Lajpat wrote about the sayings of Gandhiji, which we learnt in the last para in our book, that I cannot possibly bear the idea that a man who has got wealth should have the vote, but that a man who has got character but no wealth or literacy should have no vote. But a man who has got character but no wealth or literacy should have no vote, or that a man who works honestly by the sweat of his brow day in and day out should have no vote for the crime of being a poor man. Okay. So now I have an activity which I have to do. So I'll just share that activity. So now let us move on with my activity. So my activity was to collect information about any 5 Prime Ministers of India. So here I collected the last 5, which was Haridanahalli, Dodda Gowda Deve Gowda, Hinder Kumar Gujral, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Manmohan Singh, and Narendra Damodar Das Modi. Okay, so Haridanahalli Dodda Gowda Deve Gowda was the 11th Prime Minister of India. He was born in 18 May 1933 in Haridanahalli in Hassan district of Karnataka. In Kannada, Halli means village. So it makes a sense that that he was. Okay, so it makes a sense that that even though even though he was the Prime Minister, there is a place from his name, and then now Inder Kumar Gujral was the 12th Prime Minister of India. He was born on 4th December 1919 in the city of Jhelum in the state of Punjab in Pakistan. So there are 2 Punjabs. One is in Pakistan and the other is in India. Okay, so Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the 10th Prime Minister. He was again elected after Inder Kumar Gujral. He was born in 19 December 1924 in city Gwalior of the state Madhya Pradesh. And then Manmohan Singh was the 13th Prime Minister of India and also an economist. And so he was born in 26th September 1932 in the village Gah of of Chokal district in Pakistan. And then Narendra Damodar Das Modi. You already know that he has been the Prime Minister of India since 2014, and currently it is now 2020. And he was born in 17 September 1950 in the Vadnagar district of Gujarat. So that's it. So that's it for my video. Make sure you subscribe and like the video. If this is helpful, make sure you can and don't forget to share it with your friends. And that's it for today. Bye. Have a nice day.